we've ever taken a video down before and replaced it with the same video with extra content added in. But this is because this is such big news. Rhea Ripley is out of action. It is confirmed by the WWE that the attack on NXT has taken Rhea Ripley out of action. Rhea Ripley injured at the hands of Liv and Raquel in the NXT parking lot at a time no one saw it coming. A very effective, very golden attack from a viewing point of view, but Rhea Ripley is written off of TV. WWE confirming a developing story that following last night's attack at the hands of Liv and Raquel, Rhea Ripley has suffered a fractured right orbital socket and will be out of action for an undisclosed amount of time, including 2 images of x-rays showing the fracture. This is shocking. A lot of people instantly thinking about the Royal Rumble being the returning grounds of Rhea Ripley. That would make a lot of sense. I also think the date we could add in is that first Raw on Netflix. That is such a big show for WWE, and I really do think Rhea Ripley is a massive name, so surely they're going to want her included on that show, right? In the last hour, a new interview with Bo Dallas has dropped with CBS Sports. There's not a lot of new stuff in this interview, and obviously we did cover the first one that came out, and we covered it in a huge video on the channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you do that. But there's one quote that I really need to talk about from this interview. When Bo was asked how often the Wyatt Sicks should wrestle, he said, whenever they need to take someone out. Whenever the Wyatt Sicks deem it necessary, we can get it done. Every day of the week, if necessary. Pretty much confirming what we thought. There will be long periods with the Wyatt Sicks around. They might disappear for a while, but they're always watching and they're waiting. And when you least expect it, The Miz got kidnapped on Raw Talk. The Miz was looking for Bo Dallas, and right behind the New Day's backs, think Kofi probably could have seen it, The Miz got kidnapped by Dexter Lumis. Now, it's important to remember that The Miz was looking for Bo Dallas because of the threat by Karrion Kross. Well, the Wyatt Sicks tweeted out today, "Seek and ye shall find," obviously talking about Miz seeking the Wyatt Sicks, seeking out Bo Dallas. And rather undoubtedly, The Miz found what he was looking for. The question is, has anyone found The Miz yet? But we do have a nice new twist in this Miz Karrion Kross Wyatt Sicks story, as Karrion Kross replied to me today on Twitter. Now, I asked if Karrion Kross enjoyed a game of hide and seek. Karrion Kross said, "I showed up to work Monday. No idea WTF they're talking about. We don't hide. People wanted to see them, but they decided to get lost off the highway smoking rocks." And he's not wrong. We did want to see the Wyatt Sicks on Monday. We expected to see them following the attack the previous week on Paul Ellering. But look at this, even better. Karrion Kross replying to David saying someone is using critical thinking skills. Now, David was talking about the idea here that this is Karrion Kross's plan. He sent The Miz knowing this would happen to The Miz, pointing out that Karrion Kross seems very relaxed with this, and actually the Wyatt Sicks are doing everything that Karrion Kross expects and wants them to do. This is something we've been speculating now for a while. Does Karrion Kross have the upper hand here? Does Karrion Kross have the number of the Wyatt Sicks? Or is Uncle Howdy just allowing Karrion Kross to think that he does? Another thing I think is really worth pointing out is Karrion Kross telling The Miz to find Bo Dallas. Not Uncle Howdy, not the Wyatt Sicks, but just Bo Dallas. Now, this might be a reason why Karrion Kross is not fearful of Uncle Howdy, because he doesn't recognise Uncle Howdy. He sees Uncle Howdy as just a man in a mask, and it's Bo Dallas. The giant twist on Raw that saw Sami Zayn talking to Solo Sikoa. Blew my mind. Still can't believe that happened. Well, Solo Sikoa has gone onto Instagram and he's posted this picture of him and Sami with just the caption, "My dog." Is this a thing? Is Solo and Sami a thing? Is Sami Zayn gonna rejoin the bloodline, but this time the new incarnation of the bloodline? Oh boy, twists and turns every week, I swear to God. The Undertaker's One Deadman show is coming back. I've been to this in London. It was absolutely brilliant. If you're in Dallas, Houston or Austin, it's definitely worth checking out. It's Halloween tomorrow, and I want to take this opportunity to wish you all a happy Halloween. Whether you're watching a horror movie, trick-or-treating, I hope you have lots of candy, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? But Halloween might be upon us, but so is Christmas. It's happening already. It's that time of year. WWE's live holiday tour is out there, and they have announced the Madison Square Garden holiday tradition for the WWE live event. That's pretty cool. And if you are feeling festive, WWE Shop has you covered with some holiday sweaters, including this really awesome Santa one with the WWE title belt. Lots of your favourite superstars. Very fun. Last night on NXT, we saw Tatum Paxley win the first ever WWE Women's Casket match. Very good match indeed, defeating Wendy Choo. Later on, actually on an exclusive, we'd find out the casket was empty. Where is Wendy Choo? With Wendy Choo posting today saying that it's been the best 2 months that she's ever had, a lot of people are speculating if we could be getting a character change for Wendy Choo now. Could Wendy Choo have woken up? Don't forget, Wendy Choo used to play the sinister character of Mei Ying in NXT. And a lot of people have theorized that this dark essence of Wendy Choo could actually become like a Mei Ying style character. So could we go there potentially, or something brand new? We'll have to wait and see, but I for one am very excited to see what it could be. I think Wendy Choo has played this role perfectly, and I feel like there is something definitely a brew with Wendy Choo. Some potentially major news regarding The Rock from Fightful Select here, as sources were hopeful that The Rock would be present at the first WWE Raw on Netflix. There's buzz internally for it, even though at this moment it's not confirmed. What I will say though is The Rock isn't just the final boss, he's a big boss now in WWE. He has a vested interest in making sure Netflix is successful for WWE. I think The Rock will be there. Don't forget, it will be next Wednesday that NXT is on. It won't be on Tuesday due to the US election. We will be covering it with things you might have missed. News you might have missed, I'm not too sure what we're going to do about that. But this 10-woman tag team match will be on the show. I cannot wait for next Wednesday. There was a news story this week that WWE blocked AJ Styles from going into the TNA Hall of Fame at Bound for Glory. That was not true. AJ Styles has clarified as such on social media. As AJ said that he's still an active wrestler, he hopes that he made the decision not to go into the TNA Hall of Fame, not WWE. He appreciates TNA, but he doesn't want to go into any Hall of Fame as long as he's still active. It was his choice. With all the news of the recent injury of AJ Styles, though, very ominous words when he talks about being an active wrestler, and he only hopes that he is. Hopefully AJ Styles is doing well, man. The big news story this week was WWE launched WWE ID, which stands for WWE Independent Development. Now, WWE in their statement say that following the success of WWE's NIL program, WWE ID has been constructed to support independent wrestling prospects and schools with world-class training, development and mentorship, in turn raising the profile of and strengthening the independent wrestling ecosystem. There are a lot of people who seemingly don't like this idea solely because they view it as WWE trying to monopolize independent wrestling. A lot of independent wrestlers have come out though and said that this is a great thing. This is exactly what the independent scene needs, as WWE will help independent wrestling. I think this is a really good move. From what I've seen Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics say, there won't be restrictions on where people can work. They won't be required to win all the time because they're under the WWE banner. It would still be up to the booker. WWE has already announced a number of wrestling schools that they're going to be working with, including Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory and many, many more. And I genuinely think this is going to benefit wrestling. WWE has created a website. You can see the website URL on screen where seemingly the ID prospects will be listed. This definitely does feel like a lot of young wrestlers that are breaking into the scene are going to be getting a foot in the doorway at WWE, which is a really good thing. We've done it with Sports Stars with the Nil Project. Now we're doing it with ID, with independent wrestlers. And if we can make the pathway to WWE better and easier for people like Javon Evans, why the hell not? Rikishi would state on his podcast Off the Top Pod that it was too soon for Jey Uso to lose the Intercontinental title. Who expected Rikishi to say that? Put your hands up. In other news, the sky is blue, unless it's nighttime or cloudy. But there is your WWE news you might have missed. Let me know all your thoughts, your theories, as you always do, in the comments section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Join us on Discord. You'll find the link somewhere on my bio. And of course, like the video. I'll see you next time. Peace!